It's becoming obvious to detectives that the deranged strangler who killed Sheri Coleman and her 2 sons is sitting right in front of them.
This is something where we know what happened, we just don't know why.
They know Chris Coleman faked the email threats, supposedly from a fanatic.
So you're saying some madman sat in the shadows and waited and watched for you to leave and then entered that house. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's the only thing I can assume.
They know that he's the one who misspelled the word opportunities in one of those emails.
A detective had found that Chris Coleman commonly misspelled the word opportunities in his regular writing, and in one of the threat letters, opportunity is misspelled the same way.
And they know that there's no serial killer on the loose. Chris Coleman is the only one who spray painted those Manson family style messages on the walls of the murder house.
Do you have any paint at your house?
I think so.
No, don't.
I don't think so.
Okay. Any spray paint?
No. If I do, it's old.
Actually, it's not old. Cops found this receipt dated 3 months earlier when Chris bought the can of apple red paint. But his father, Ron, says that doesn't mean Chris is the killer.
The spray paint on the walls match the spray paint bottle that your son admits to have purchased.
Well, yeah, he purchased it because him and Garrett was making a bullseye for them to shoot their paint guns at. And whoever did it grabbed the can.
So if Chris is the killer, what would be his motive for murder? According to cops, a 4-letter word, Tara.
I know you guys went to Hawaii together. I know that she used your credit card, all right, to sit there and pay her bills last month.
Tara is Chris's secret mistress, not so secret anymore to detectives.
What do you think she's going to tell those guys down there in St. Petersburg about you and this relationship, all right?
Columbia, Illinois cops asked St. Petersburg Police Major Shannon Halstead and her team to interview Tara just hours after the triple homicide.
When I went to visit Tara at her condo, she answered the door and she was visibly upset. I knew right away, I had a gut instinct that she was going to somehow be an important piece of this investigation.
How long have you been in a relationship with Chris?
Since late November, early December.
Where all you guys been together?
Phoenix and Hawaii, Maui.
What would you tell his wife when he was gone?
He would have just told that he was working.
So Sheri was not aware of the affair that you and him were having?
No. I know she suspected, but...
In this first of 3 interviews with police, Tara reveals that she had become possessive of her married lover.
You know, he always would take pictures when he was going to sleep to prove that, you know, he wasn't sleeping with her or anything.
See, now to us, he tried to paint that it was a rosy, perfect marriage.
No. They never kissed, never hugged.
Then right in the middle of the interview, the poker room waitress calls her boss.
It's Tara. Hey, no, I'm in the middle of a really high-profile murder investigation. I've got a murder investigation. I'm right in the middle of it. I have 4 detectives here sitting at my house. They have no problem giving you proof or anything like that. I thought I was coming into work today.
Her job secure, Tara continues revealing the salacious details of their scandalous affair.
But you had even registered on some wedding sites and stuff, looked at some rings.
I looked at stuff. But, you know, with his job, he, you know, can't be living with anybody unless he's married.
Had you guys ever talked about having children together?
Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion of his mistress and what she said, how they were planning to get married and she had a promise ring?
She bought the promise ring. There was no seriousness to that. Chris was actually trying to get away from it when his wife and him was getting along better.
He was trying to break it off
Yes.
with the mistress?
Yes, and that wasn't working.
But Chris won't be able to break away from Tara's blow-by-blow of their secret affair. She now voluntarily goes downtown to St. Petersburg Police Headquarters for a more formal interview.
Did he send you some type of message shortly after all this happened, after he come home and discovered all this?
He texted me.
What was the message from there?
From then, call you when I can. I'm all right.
Tara then reveals Chris texted her only moments ago. Apparently, he was right in the middle of his interrogation.
I got a text. I know. You know that. He texted me. I just thought I'd tell you. He
just
does.
texted us, man.
What do you want now?
Just said he was thinking about me and that the wake was at 3 tomorrow.
Columbia detectives soon arrive in St. Petersburg, and in a third interview, they surprise Tara with information about where some of her sexy selfies ended up.
Since going through your phone
Okay.
and computer, and obviously we've done the same with Chris's and even his dad's. And
Right.
there happens to be a picture of you rather compromising on his father's computer.
Okay.
So
That's pretty interesting.
yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Tara is clearly nervous, crossing and uncrossing her legs like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct.
Did Chris tell you anything about these, or that he was planning anything like this?
Absolutely
Did you
not.
have any knowledge of these homicides
No
whatsoever?
knowledge.
Before,
So,
like it or not, unfortunately, your name is Tara Motive.
exactly.
But unlike Stone's character, Tara is no Ice Queen killer. She had absolutely no involvement in the triple murders. She's only a witness.
We're done. If you're done, I'm done.
Yeah.
Chris Coleman was in a pressure cooker. He was getting pressure from Sheri Coleman. He was getting pressure from the ministry. And then ultimately, I think Tara was giving him ultimatums.
Back in Illinois, Chris isn't admitting any guilt, so cops throw a Hail Mary.
We gotta have a come to Jesus type of meeting, and unless you really forgive yourself and you're sorry for what you did, there's no way that you're gonna go to heaven and to see your kids, your family again when you die. You're gonna go straight to hell.
Chris isn't going to hell just yet, but he's on his way to the closest thing, county jail. Next,
Chris, did you kill your wife?
charged with triple murder.
Do you have anything to say to Sheri's family?
The trial, the testimony,
If he would have been having an adulterous affair, then it could have definitely affected his job.
and what will Tara say in court? Plus a Crime Watch Daily exclusive.
Hello, this is Chris Coleman.
Chris Coleman speaks his wild theories about who killed his family.
And the mistress wore a promise ring on the stand.
Prosecutors introduced the steamy selfies and the X-rated videos to show Coleman had the motive to kill so he could marry Tara.